How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm your host, Rising and Believing, and today, guys, we have some brand new news regarding Persona 5 Strikers, the English version, of course, but we have some stuff regarding the game. We have a brand new trailer, some uncut, uncommentary gameplay of the game, 5 hours worth to be exact. We have a lot. We also have more details about the French, Italian, and German releases of the game as well. So a lot of different places, a lot of different websites have came out talking about the game. A lot of them have different screenshots, have details about the English version of the game. So this is kind of like Atlus's one last big bombshell before the game finally releases, and I'm going to have some of that gameplay in the background. Yes, this is uncut, no commentary, well, my commentary at least, but you could go find this on Gaming Trends. It's a whole 5-hour long PC version, might I add. They are using a controller hooked up to it, but this is the PC version of the game. So the PC port actually does seem like it runs pretty damn well. Obviously, we don't have our hands on it or anything like that, but it shows that it can work. They have 5 hours worth. So if you're a person that has sort of been on the bench, you don't quite know whether or not you actually want this game because you might not like the style of it. It's not like a traditional Persona game, so I could sort of understand that. But there is a 5-hour version of the game, no commentary. It does start from the very beginning of the game, so you don't have to worry about a whole lot of spoilers or anything. So if you're trying to figure out whether or not you want the game, this is perfect for you. However, maybe you already have the game pre-ordered and you just kind of want to get your Persona 5 Strikers fill. It's out there. It is in English, and you get the first 5 hours of the game, which is pretty dope. Alongside that, we also have the now all-out action trailer. So this is the brand new trailer from Atlus. It's about a minute long, and it's to promote the game and to show off more about the game. That's pretty much all it really is. It's a minute long, which isn't too bad, but I think it's going to be one of the last promotional trailers that we see for the game as well. And man, this combat in the background just looks so goddamn good. I'm so hyped for Strikers, guys. Let me know if you are down below. Other than that, we have some more stuff regarding the French, German, and Italian versions of the game. So they've also had some trailers released localized just for their regions as well, with certain release date windows and release dates shown for them as well. So it's not just going to be the West, guys. We are getting different stuff for different regions of the game that have not quite gotten a lot of attention yet. Typically ends up being just the West or the English versions. Unfortunately, that's kind of what's going on with the Steelbook versions of the game. You're only able to get it in America. Kind of sucks. You can't get it everywhere else, but that's sort of what we have to deal with now. It's just sort of Atlus, man, in general, so that's just how things are kind of going. But this is, I think, going to be one of the big last final things that we see from Strikers in terms of news. We're probably going to get a couple more things. You got to think about it, guys. The game is only really realistically about 1 month away. It's not too far away, guys. The 23rd isn't too far away. It's about a month and a couple of days away, man. This is super hyped. I cannot wait for this to be a thing. If you did not know, you can still get the Steelbook from Best Buy for the PS4. A lot of people were complaining about that and really wanted to see that be released on the PS4. So yes, you still can do that. It is still available and still can be released on the PS4. So if you really want that Steelbook, do it before it runs out. If you haven't done your returns yet to return your game to get a new version, I'd hurry up and do that, as seeing as how closer and closer to the game, it's harder to actually get the pre-order on time. And Best Buy, I've gotten stuff from them a couple times. If I ended up doing it pretty late, it never actually came on release date. But I think that for the most part is going to wrap up a lot of the things here we have in terms of news for the game, the new trailer, a lot of the gameplay. There is so many sites out there right now that have gameplay or are talking about the English version. There are also small little snippets and things cropped out, pictures and stuff like that that you can find online. There's too many for me to really specifically point you towards one. But if you really like gameplay, I recommend Gaming Trends. They have a full length, like I said, 5-hour video, which is super cool. If you're wondering how Sophia's voice is, you can also figure that out from this as well. So yeah, watch that after you watch this video. Maybe it's definitely going to tell you a lot of what you want to see. And man, just looking at this, it's super nice. I think we're over the news segment of the game, but I kind of want to talk about this gameplay here, man. It's so nice and cool to see the new villain. It says this could be Alice's palace. Dude, it's so fun to see this. Basically, it's like an idol, and her name is Alice, and you're going to her palace, and her palace is kind of like all of Shibuya. It looks super nice and crisp and clean. There is a drastic difference, as you can see, from regular Royal, even within the little character models there and the dialogue. It looks a little bit different. Typically in Royal, the actual name cards had like blacked out letters or grayed out letters, and they would change the color of it like between black and gray and like sort of white and stuff like that. That's not here at all. The text is all just, you know, white plain background and just a black text, which looks sort of different. And you'll notice there are different actual like face carved out parts for the thing here. Like we have Morgana here. That's an up close shot of Morgana. We have a lot more of him as a cat now than we really did before. And there are different snippets and stuff like that as well. I've also noticed that protagonist, or Ren, he talks a good bit more. I mean, not a lot, but he talks a little bit more. I can see from here and there, especially here at the beginning, and it's really reminiscent of how Persona 5 starts. It's just Ryuji, Morgana, and Joker, like it typically usually is, which I think is so, you know, it throws me back to the good times of playing Persona 5 before shit got really crazy with all the different spin-offs and this, that, and everything else in between. It looks really nice to actually see sort of a fresh start to the series, I gotta admit, and Persona 5 Strikers is definitely going to be a good sequel, and I can't wait for this game to come out. It's going to be one of the funnest games, if not probably one of the best games of the year, and releasing only in February makes it all that much better. Hopefully we'll see something good out of 2021. This game being one of the things that I think we're going to end up seeing being, you know, one of the nicer things for the game. And man, Alus's Palace looks dope. I cannot wait to see this, man. Like, look at this. Look at this gameplay, dude. So that's Shadow Alice, the villain here, a main villain, I imagine. I tried to not spoil myself too much with the game, so this is just about as much as I know, just from seeing this trailer. Dude, it looks so good. Shadow Alice, I think, is going to be one of the cooler enemies. And she's supposed to be like Alice, like actual Alice. She talks about Wonderland and everything else, which I think just makes it really, you know, cool, I think. Talking about Alice in Wonderland, and talking about how, like, it's sort of how the metaverse is. You're going down a rabbit hole, right? You're seeing a different land, which is kind of what the metaverse is like. And I think having, you know, an Alice type figure really makes sense if you know, be honest about it. And a whole big pop figure that has thousands of followings and thousands of people watching them, I think it's one of the best Palace ideas you could possibly have, especially for a game. And the hack and slash stuff looks really cool, and it makes sense why there are thousands and thousands of shadows that you have to constantly fight within her palace. It's probably a lot of her followers and stuff like that. It just kind of makes sense. And Sophia ends up becoming part of your phone, which makes that super interactive and fun. She's always kind of with you, which I thought was kind of interesting. Seeing as how Morgana is always with you in the backpack, you kind of have her always with you now too inside your phone. She's an AI robot that's always with you in your phone, which I think is kind of a cool dynamic as well. Not only are we going to be hearing Morgana on and on again, we're also going to have Sophia, but Sophia's voice is actually really nice, and I like hearing her voice. This game seems hype as hell. I'm super ready for it to come out. It looks like they fleshed out everything. They've updated models, I think, a little bit, touched on a couple different things here, done some different artwork for the characters to make it fresh. It's not super boring, and just from this little bit here, just from that little snippet it just showed there, you can see it's a different one for Joker. They have a lot of different stuff like that, like P5 to P5 Royal. They did some different things like that too, different headshots, different angles of the character, looking around and stuff like that. You're going to see stuff like that. And here's a brand new environment we have here sort of in the dumps down below. We're getting a lot of cool environments, new art, new things, more combat, a different playing style. It's really cool to see, man. I am really hyped for this game. I can't say it enough. I already have my Steelbook version. I'm gonna have a unboxing of that in case you do want to see something like that. Man, this looks so good. Look at the aesthetics of that, man. The command menu looks aesthetic as hell. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, Futaba's a basically like configuration screen. Oh man, that looks so good. And finally seeing this in English. I've seen snippets here and there of it not being in English, and finally getting to have this thing in English. Man, it looks so good. Seeing the English text, hearing the characters once again, and everybody looks a little bit older, which makes sense, and it talks about how Haru and Makoto now are in college. We're getting all the story bits, man. We're getting new graphics, more story bits, more playing style, more environments. Dude, it looks so good. I think that's about all I can really say so far in terms of what we can see here, other than going and watching the actual just 5-hour long uncommentary thing. That's about all we have left. Go watch the All Out Attack trailer, or All Out Action trailer, I meant to say. That's pretty much all we got. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe for more content. Click that bell if you want to be updated on more things Persona. If you want to be updated about Persona 5 Strikers, you know, Shin Megami Tensei, hell, even things like Catherine, other things from Atlus, this is the place to do so. So subscribe if you want to always be kept up to date. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.